All right, let's unpack this. Today, we're doing a deep dive into probably one of the most talked about albums right now, Swag by Justin.
Yeah, definitely.
This one's been making waves, and, well, critics, listeners, they've had a lot to say.
A lot.
So our mission here is to cut through all that chatter, really pull out the key insights, maybe some surprising angles, and just give you a clear picture fast.
And what's really interesting with Swag, you see this split right down the middle in the sources. Like on one side, huge praise for the sound, the production, the whole atmosphere.
Right.
But then you flip it and there's some pretty significant critiques digging into the lyrics, the structure. It's fascinating.
That split is fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got this like acclaimed 80s sound people are talking about.
Yeah, very lush.
But then these questions about the substance underneath it. And we definitely had to get into those Druski interludes.
Oh, yeah. Those are causing a stir.
They really are.
So connecting this, I mean, Justin's clearly trying something big here, a real evolution maybe.
Seems like it.
Pitchfork, for instance, they just rave about the sound. They talk about lush, ambient 80s production, you know, cavernous drums, synth sheen, these organic textures. They specifically mention tracks like First Place, Daisies, and Go Baby. It's a very specific sound he's built.
And it's not just surface level, right? Lost 40, a Spanish outlet, they picked up on an introspective vibe.
Okay.
Yeah, they compared his sort of emotive soul feel to like a modern Motown maturity.
Wow, Motown.
Yeah, specifically calling out the track Zuma House. So there's this intended depth, this soulfulness in the sound itself.
And it's precisely because the sound is so strong that the lyrical critiques maybe stand out more.
That makes sense.
The Guardian, for example. They agree the production's great, but they call the lyrics, especially on the love songs, superficial.
Ouch. Superficial.
Yeah, so it raises that question, you know, how much can amazing production carry lyrics that some find lacking? Is he testing boundaries there?
That's where it gets tricky. The Independent kind of echoes that, but goes a bit deeper.
How so?
They point out this maybe awkward mix of religious themes and then really overtly sexual lines.
Okay, so like a tonal clash.
Exactly. Not just superficial, but maybe inconsistent. Like a tone isn't quite cohesive, which can undercut the message.
And I guess that's where the Druski interludes fit in for some critics.
Yeah, people mention them here. Funny, sure, but maybe adding to that feeling of a slightly muddled identity for the album.
Possibly. But, you know, despite those critiques, there's also this strong sense of personal stuff woven through it.
Right, the vulnerability.
AP News really highlights that. They talk about the deeply personal tone, intimate tracks about marriage, fatherhood.
Reflecting his life now, yeah.
It's definitely a different Justin, maybe more mature in that sense, a glimpse into his domestic life.
And it seems like that side, the vulnerability plus the new sound, that's really hitting home for a lot of listeners. Hindustan Times mentioned fans calling it smooth, having a warm Michael Jackson kind of vibe. Interesting comparison. Yeah, praising its rawness, his vocal maturity. So it makes you wonder, like, are critics zoning in on the words while listeners are connecting more with the overall feeling, the emotion, the sound?
That's a great point. And it leads right into how the album's ambition is viewed, because it's a real mixed bag critically. Album of the year, you know, the site that gathers all the reviews, it really shows the split.
Yeah.
Some outlets, Clash is one, they praise Swag for being daring, bold, you know, a proper artistic step forward.
So taking a risk.
Exactly. But then you get others, like The Independent again, and The Telegraph.
And what do they say?
They see that same ambition leading to something more disjointed, even confused.
Wow. So daring leap or confused misstep, depending on who you ask.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Is he pushing boundaries successfully or just kind of figuring out this new style? The critics are divided.
The listeners.
Yeah.
You said they were enthusiastic.
Overwhelmingly, yeah, based on what Hindustan Times reported.
Yeah.
Reactions like, Justin going 21-21, Swag is so raw and beautiful. It just really shows how different people, you know, prioritize different things in music. Critics versus fans sometimes.
Okay, so let's try and pull this all together then. Clearly, Swag is a big moment for Justin. A significant evolution.
Definitely an evolution.
He's reshaping his sound, leaning into this moody, ambient production, getting really personal in the songwriting.
Yeah, that ambitious, sonically rich 80s vibe on tracks like First Place and Daisies gets a lot of praise.
And that introspective, almost Motown feel Lost 40 mentioned on Zuma House.
Absolutely. But it's also clear you can't ignore the other side. The lyrics are uneven for many.
Right.
The Guardian calling them superficial. The Independent pointing out that awkward tonal blend religion, sex. It makes it hard for the album to feel totally coherent sometimes.
And the interludes.
And the Druski interludes, yeah, funny for some, but they do break the flow, contributing to that feeling some critics had. Like, Clash saw it as daring, but others found it, well, disjointed, confused even.
So, for you listening, trying to figure out if swag is your kind of thing, it really depends what you value most, doesn't it?
Totally.
If you love lush, inventive production, that kind of soulful atmosphere, and you're interested in Justin's personal journey right now, marriage, fatherhood,
then you'll probably find a lot to like. It could be really rewarding, immersive. But yeah, if you're someone who needs sharp lyrics, a really consistent tone from start to finish, strong narrative cohesion.
you might find it a bit fragmented.
Exactly. Fragmented is a good word. It's an album that definitely makes you think about what you look for in music.
Which brings us to a final thought. Maybe, given the ambition of swag and this really quite mixed reaction, what does that tell us about how we even define artistic maturity in pop music today?
Good question. And maybe how much can that sonic innovation, that cool production, really make up for lyrical inconsistencies when an artist is trying to evolve?
Something to chew on, definitely. Leaves you thinking.